Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are following us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Give us a 5-star rating. It massively helps us out. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, as you may well know, Pitch Side is now sponsored by Le Bomb.
Whoop, whoop. It's the sign of the Le Bomb.
Le Bomb is a predictions-based game that you can play with your friends and take money off them.
That's right. If you're fed up of losing money to the bookies, come over to Le Bomb and take money from your mates. I tell you what, mate, I'm not even joking. All the boys, all the YouTube boys, all our mates are obsessed with it.
Yeah.
It makes, FPL makes football exciting. Le Bomb makes it even better. One of my favourite features, by the way, live score.
Yeah.
You get instant results.
Yep.
Somehow, I don't know how they do it.
Le Bomb is first in the world, by the way.
Le Bomb gets it before live score.
We
confirmed
this on stream.
We did confirm it on stream.
Yeah. So we had a game, a weekend of fixtures last week, and Harry
I can't believe it.
won.
How?
Clean sweep.
Where did I come?
Took the board.
Third?
Yeah, joint third with me.
Joint third.
Yeah. So the way it works is you get 6 points right for a correct result, 20 points right for a correct score line.
Yeah.
So you don't even need loads of results. You just get a few score lines.
Score lines are when you absolutely nail it in.
Yeah.
And I will say this.
Yes.
For the viewers at home, if you get over 100 points, you see this beautiful shirt behind me, Le Bomb. It's got Pitch Side branding on the arm. If you get over 100 points, you win one of these shirts.
You do, but you have to prove it.
So we take screenshots. Right, we take screenshots.
So yeah, get involved with your friends, set up some mini leagues, download it in the description.
Mate, it's so sick. I'm not just saying it. It's actually class.
It is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Just a side note, listeners, Le Bon will start on Saturday this week for the FA Cup final, so be sure to get the app downloaded and your selections entered in before then. Gamble responsibly, and you have to be 18 plus.
Welcome back to Pitch Side, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are with the man with no hat. And I'm wearing a hat for the first time this series, but we are delighted to say we are joined by Simon, aka Simple Simon. And I want to start off this show. We were just talking off camera. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Reeve was very nice. He's bought in the whole office donuts.
Not everyone said yes.
Why did you say no to the donut, Simon?
Actually, it's funny you say donuts. It's not because I got donuts thrown at me in the last charity game.
I saw that. I did see that.
Nothing to do with that. But I'm actually allergic to sugar.
Yeah, that is mad.
That is crazy.
I've never heard of that before.
I know.
How did you find out?
Well, when I was younger, I was sort of like kept getting all these sore throats, and my throat was swelling. It was going like down into my chest and that, and I couldn't understand why. And I went to the doctors, and they said, it's got to be something to do with your eating. So you've got to like sort of suss it out yourself, cut out different things. And it took about sort of a year to 2 years.
So doing like lots of different tests.
Yeah, that's it. Just
food diaries and
have
stuff
you ever
like
done one of those like DNA analysis nutrient test swab where you basically swab your mouth and you can see what you're allergic to or tolerances are?
No, I mean, I've never done it. I said to the doctors, should I do that? And they went, no, it's better off you just sort of like cutting things out and finding out yourself. Yeah. I did go to one where this woman was like banging my arm on my head and all that. I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on there? Do you know what I mean? I ain't going to find out I'm allergic to sugar by someone hitting me on the head, So
you're saying you wish you were allergic.
I wish I did.
I wish I was, but I don't think I could do it. Because I remember I did 2 years no sweets.
2 years no sweets. When was this?
I did 2 years no sweets. I swear to God, and it was a big thing.
What
for me.
age was this?
This was like 4 years ago. I did 2 years no sweets, maybe 5 years ago. It was a big thing for me because I was like at school. I was like the Malwam guy. I was addicted to Malwams.
Hang on, how did I never know this about you? I've known you for that period.
I did 2 years no sweets, and do you know what broke the curse? Or no, not the curse.
Malwam.
No, it was Skittles.
Wow.
On a hashtag tour. We was on tour in America at hashtag.
When you say no sweets, what do you constitute as like a sweet? As in like candy? Or do you...
not American, like a sweet, like Skittles, Malwams, like packet sweet.
Yeah, but if you had like a Mentos or a Mint.
No Mentos. I was adamant about that. No Mentos. I was obsessed with Mentos growing up. Soft
All
mints.
right.
So what was the reason why you...
To tell you what it was the sweets would give me loads of spots.
Yeah.
They were really bad. I noticed now if I do eat now I try not to. I love my chocolate, don't get me wrong. But if I eat sweets now...
Was that scrapped as well?
No, I was allowed chocolate.
That's the same thing. This confectionery.
No,
what was the point?
Okay, let us know in the comments. Is chocolate a sweet?
Mate, the sugar content is absolutely exactly the same. If anything, white chocolate has more than like candy.
I don't want to hear that right
Well,
now.
all right, fine.
A little bit of dark chocolate is actually meant to be very, very healthy for you.
It's got antioxidants.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they say that, don't they?
So we are going to touch on, all the TikTok stuff and all that. But obviously this is a football podcast.
Yes.
And you do actually have a very big footballing background,
Yeah.
so to speak.
So who are you currently working with?
I'm actually not. I'm not
Okay.
coaching at the moment. All I'm doing at the moment is charity games.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, they are. That I find with the charity games, obviously, the main reason is like being there, trying to raise as much money as possible for different people. I mean, that's obviously the main reason.
Yeah.
But when I do it, I feel like there's no real pressure.
Yeah.
There's no winner.
Yeah.
Everybody. I know everybody says it, but everybody's a winner on the day.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you lose 10-0 or it's 6-5 or whatever it is. Everybody's a winner. So there's no pressure in winning the game. It's just being there for people and helping people out.
I'm exactly the same. I found playing non-league, playing Saturdays, or even playing Sunday league, it can actually build up, and you start to. I found I started to hate it quite a bit because it was just too much. But if you play in these charity matches, friendly matches, so to speak,
they are.
It makes you fall in love again with football. Have you found that then?
Yeah, no, definitely. It did get to a stage where with me, I'm so passionate. Whatever I do, I want to give 100%, and I want to give my best. Yeah. And it got to a stage where it's like if I lost a game of football, it'd ruin my whole weekend.
Yeah.
And then that's not fair on your family. When it's part-time, it's a different kettle of fish. And if it's full-time, then your family understand it. It's your work. You haven't done very well this weekend, and they sort of leave you alone. Well, when it's part-time, it's not fair on your family that you're going home, and don't want to go out or nothing. It's just not right. So I found, because I'm so passionate, I found that was a big no for me.
So you're obviously from the southeast. I'm guessing relatively near. So I'm from Seaford.
Yeah, I know
Seaford?
Seaford well, yeah.
So so you've managed a few teams down the end.
Yeah.
What teams have you coached for around there?
Down that in Peacehaven.
You done Peacehaven?
Yeah. I coached. I was a manager
Have you
at
played for
Peacehaven.
them?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You played Peacehaven? When did you play?
Literally only a few games that I've played against them low.
Yeah.
Literally I've grew up playing against Peacehaven all the time.
Yeah.
So what sort of timings are these? Because maybe we've met.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Maybe I've scored a goal against you.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I was in Worthing. I managed Worthing, Horsham.
Yeah.
I managed quite a few teams. I mean, obviously, I was first team coach at Eastbourne Borough as well.
Oh, I was at Eastbourne Borough for a little bit as well.
Was you really?
Yeah.
Who was managing you then?
I cannot remember. I cannot remember.
How long ago was that?
Oh, I was 16, so it would have been
9 years
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, crikey. I must have been
Around that era.
around that time, 10 years.
But I played at the Borough Ground loads.
Yeah, so I mean, Gary Wilson and Nick Greenwood were managers.
I literally have no, I can't remember. Yeah, I can't. But honestly, it was Eastbourne Borough was in our area. Obviously, we had Brighton.
Yeah, of course, Seaford's close.
Yeah, exactly. And Eastbourne Borough was if you played for Borough, oh shit, he's a bowler.
Yeah.
It was
one of
Borough
them.
and Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Lewis
it.
was the other
Lewis
one.
as well.
I think that area's actually got quite a few really, really good clubs.
Yeah.
So what was it like? Coaching non-league, as in the players, because obviously there's not pro. Some of them are earning a little bit of money. What's it like to look after those egos?
It's frustrating. To be honest with you, everybody expects you to be on it full time, and people at that time I was running a hotel as well, and which was 24/7, but everybody expected you. Yes, you've got to be on that constantly. You don't get paid enough to do that for one. And for two, it is only part time. I mean, what I found frustrating when I was first managing, I was managing Crowborough. That was my first.
Yeah, I played against Crowborough.
Yeah, did you? Yeah,
quite a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first manager's job, and in 5 years, I managed to get them up 3 leagues into Ryman football. So that was my first job there, and you got respect from the players. People they called you gaffer or boss, and you got respect, and there was no disrespect at all from anybody. But just when I went through the years, it used to get worse and worse and worse. So you wanted to get a player in for training, coming in for a trial because you've heard about him and everything else, and so you bring them in, and they're coming up to you, all right, geezer, how you doing? Yeah, all right, and calling all these names, and I'm thinking, hold on here, mate, you're trying to impress me with the right attitude to play in this side.
Yeah.
You're no bigger than anybody else. You know what I mean? There's millions of millions of kids like you that want to play this level. So why all of a sudden you think you're the big one out the whole lot? So I just found that was getting frustrating regarding that side, and it's just too many egos, too many players think they're better than what they are, and it become difficult. You know?
When did you realise that you no longer wanted to be in sort of like competitive management?
What it was is I was managing Langley Wanderers. That was the last team I was managing. We were ground shared with Eastbourne Borough actually, so it was pretty good. Because Eastbourne Borough feels like my home because I played there, coached there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
you played there as well?
Yeah, I played there as well. Yeah, so
you're not from Eastbourne, are you?
I am originally.
Oh no way!
Yeah. What the fuck? We could have asked that.
Yeah. No,
yes, I was born in Eastbourne.
So was I. Yeah, I was born in Eastbourne. Went into Willingdon School.
No way!
Yeah.
Did you?
No, I played against them though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Willingdon, of course.
Bad, yeah.
So
born,
what the fuck?
Yeah, born there and got brought up there, went to school there. So.
No way. This is so off on a tangent.
No, I get. It happens with people that are from Leicester.
I shouldn't really be admitting this, to be honest. Watched Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging last night.
I've seen it. Good
Based
film.
in Eastbourne.
Is it actually?
But half of it is actually filmed in Brighton and no one knows it. So they all look the same.
That was like Aaron Taylor Johnson's first sort of like Kick-Ass, wasn't it?
Who?
The guy.
I have no idea who that is.
You watched the film. The main guy in the film that they're all lusting over.
Okay.
Is Kick-Ass.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But he's obviously older.
I've
Do you know what? Let's carry on chatting.
The first football match I ever went to in my life, my uncle took me to Eastbourne Borough. That was the first ever football match I ever went to. And we lost, or Eastbourne lost like 7-0. And it was when...
I wasn't playing that.
Wait, so were you at Borough, because they were in Conference South.
Yeah.
Did they ever get into the conference?
Yeah, no, that's when I was coach.
That was when?
I was first team coach when we was in the Conference Prem.
Shit, that's a really high level of football.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I wasn't manager. I was like literally first team coach for the managers.
Yeah.
But I went. I was going to Wrexham and way to Wrexham and stuff. We had a really good year. It was the highest Eastbourne Borough came that year.
Yeah.
We became 13th for a part-time club. It was like massive. I was.
What do you prefer, the coaching or the management side? Because obviously they're different roles.
Yeah, I used to prefer the management side, but now it's like I say, I think the respect has gone from all the players. Players think they're better than what they are. Players want to pick up an extra tenner. Just what I mean. Yeah. They're not there to play football anymore. They're there just to pick up a little bit extra money so they can buy themselves a burger and a pint. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like the attitude.
Do you think there's now a bit? Do you think now players respect, well, not necessarily respect, they bond better with coaches rather than the actual manager?
Yeah.
Because you spend a lot more one-on-one time with coaches.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
It's like a level playing field, isn't it? As a coach, you kind of feel like you're there to help me, whereas management is almost like as a pedestal difference.
Yeah.
I feel like as a manager, you can become a manager without playing the game.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas a coach, I feel like you have to...
that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, because when I had to, when I went to Eastbourne Borough, first of all, when I was a coach there, you had some quite big players. I mean, Ashley Barnes was on loan there.
Really?
Lowell Taylor was on loan there. So, you had some big names there, and you had to get that respect from the start. And I remember when I was first there, the first training session I was there, and I'd done the first little session and everybody was taking the piss a little bit and messing about. And I went, right, okay, if you want to be like that, we'll do something else. And I've run them right into the ground. I mean, honestly, that was nearly sick and all the rest of it. And I said to him, look, if you want to take the piss out of me again, we'll be doing this again. Do you know what I mean? So either listen to what I've got to say, or I'll run you into the ground again. Do you know what I mean? And that was after that.
Sometimes you got to do that, though, don't you?
Exactly.
You got to get them on side. So obviously, Ashley Barnes, you've looked at the stories of Jamie Vardy. His progression was obviously insane. Were there any players that have gone on to become pro that you've met throughout your career?
Yeah, I mean, when I was at Worthing, we had a lot of really, really decent side, a low budget, really low budget. I mean, we done pretty well. We got into the playoffs, which was quite a big thing on a low budget that year. But I went around and sort of had a look at a few players, and there was this lad that was playing for Brighton University called Ben Williamson. I don't know. He went on to play for Port Vale, and he's
shit.
yeah. And he's
It's a decent career.
Yeah. He's a finishing off his career at Bromley, I think. So so he's done really well. And when you see these players, you just know they're gonna make it. They're gonna do. They seem to float. I know it sounds weird, but the youngsters that are coming through, it seems to be effortless. You know.
So is it quite easy from a coach's point of view? Like, you can tell the players that are like a level above. Do they always stand out to you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because like I always say, there's millions of kids out there that are on the same sort of level, and people say, "Oh, what do you think? What would you think I should do to be able to, get that step up?" And I said, well, one main thing is attitude.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you're a scout, right, all these players on a level playing field, and if you're a scout, you're watching these players, and they're all decent players. Who are you going to pick? The one that goes to the referee, this, and if it's someone, if a player doesn't play a ball through to them, they're like, oh, come on in next time, do that. Or you're going to do the one that's actually just going to put head down, get on with it, and everything else. So I say to you, attitude's massive.
Yeah,
and
it comes with age as well, doesn't it? I feel like.
Yeah, and people develop differently, because I was about to say that, contrary to your point, was an example of Shea Adams. And I know I keep bringing it up on the podcast, but when he played with my brother, my brother specifically didn't think that he was going to become anything. And now he's at Southampton in the Premier League.
But I also feel like in the Prem, in these like championship level teams, there are a lot of players that are probably technically not as good as like a lot of like non-league players.
Absolutely.
But it's their attitude that has got them to where they are.
You see some serious ballers in like non-league and lower league football.
Yeah.
But obviously... but a lot of the time, or in my experience, if I ever went and watched them, they were always the people that would moan that they were never getting past two, or like they'd try and take somebody on and then get tackled and then just not run back and track. It was always a mental thing.
Yeah.
So what's it? So in these charity matches, what's it like? Putting the boots on, because I'm guessing as a coach, you probably don't get a lot of time to actually go out and play, or do you?
Yeah, no, you don't. I mean, when I got to about 34 where I stopped playing like properly because my knees had just shot to bits, So I stopped playing. That's when I went into coaching, and then it's weird. I sort of like how old was I? It was about 4 years ago. I started to think, well, I mind playing again. So my son played for a team, and I started training with him, and I played played a couple of friendlies with him, and thought I was going to get back into it. And the worst mistake I've ever made, because I went training, literally done a run, and all of a sudden I heard slap like that, and I snapped my Achilles.
That is rough.
Yeah.
That is rough.
Yeah.
So I was thinking,
that's cringing me out.
It was literally a snap. I mean, I went to the hospital. They said it was like an inch gap. It was like I literally snapped in half. It was.
That's like a year out, I swear.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I had to wear a boot for like 2 months, and then I still had all the physio and stuff after that, and it was.
I remember my old, when we were playing for Seaford, my old coach in training. When the Astros were like the sand Astros.
Yes.
He decided to join in, and he snapped his Achilles, and he was in, and we were going to Holland for a tour.
Really?
He had to go in a wheelchair.
Mate, those pitches are lethal,
Yeah,
I've come away
No,
with
it's a slide tackles on a sand Astros. Absolutely horrific.
Yeah. When the surface is ever so slightly wet.
Yeah.
Just get great.
So what's it like playing now? Can you take it now?
Yeah, I do have it. I've played a few charity games just recently.
They're like good pace as well, aren't they?
Yeah,
like,
they are.
It's a fun pace.
Yeah, and people are not. They sort of like they say respect. That's not the word. They realise I'm a bit older, so they're not going to go and smash into me and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So they leave me be a little bit. So it's quite nice that you can just sort of like just get in the.
What position did you play? Or do you play?
Centre midfield.
Okay.
So yeah,
I can see that. I can see that.
I was never like a baller. I was never one of the most skillful players. I admit that.
Yeah.
But I used to give 100% every time I was on that pitch, and I should just win the ball and just give it to people that could do something with it. So.
Do you have any like? Obviously, you would have been in a lot of changing rooms. Do you have any like mad stories that have like happened in the changing room? I know off the top of the gnome like that. That's a bit crazy.
Yeah, just like how bad can we go with this?
How bad you want?
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, we used to have a bit of a competition they used to go out like the night before. Used to have a competition, see if anybody could bring like a pair of knickers back from the night before from the birds night. And so some of them used to come back and they used to show like some of the stuff you see in it. You don't want to know. Do you know what I mean? But that was
it's changing room culture though. Back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's some of the rot stuff that used to happen. I mean, we used to. All kinds of stuff, nail people's bags down to the floor, and what I mean, they're just little things, and you never want to go into a shower like on your own. As soon as you start washing your hair, everybody tips all the shampoo over your head.
The cold water. Oh man,
that's it. Yeah, and they keep putting the shampoo in. You watch them for an hour, and it's like shampoo's going in your eyes.
Do you remember what was the kids' shampoo? The L'Oreal. If that got in your eye, it was a wrap.
Oh.
Yeah,
it was a wrap. Okay, what about biggest win and biggest loss?
Or what, playing
or coaching, and how is it to? How do you, how say you lose on 7-8-0? What do you say?
Or
winning,
or fondest memory and roughest take.
Yeah.
I think one of the ones that always sticks into my head is when I was playing for Eastbourne Borough, and we was doing really well in the FA Cup, and it was the third qualifying round of the FA Cup. We was playing against Havant and Waterlooville.
Oh, nice.
They played against Liverpool.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we got drawn away to them, and I always remember it was like we were 2-1 down, and I scored a header from a corner, literally with about 5 minutes to go to make it 2-2 to bring the replay back to Eastbourne Borough. And I always remember that game and that goal. It's just when something just sticks into your head. To get them back, and we've gone back to our ground, and like a massive crowd there, and we actually beat them. We beat
really?
them. Yeah,
so we went to the fourth round?
Yeah, we went to the fourth round. We had, unfortunately, lost 1-0 to Whiteleaf in the fourth round qualifier, which was a bit of a gutter. But I always remember that run and that goal. That was like,
those FA Cup runs for like non-league clubs.
Takes ages to get to.
But they're so important because it's a lot of money.
The gate you can generate is huge.
But it's prize money as well.
Yeah, definitely.
The prize money for those clubs in non-league. That's why. So we'll go to your worstest memory as well. Yeah. But that's why the FA Cup. Like I hate when people say, "Oh, it's lost its touch," and stuff like that. It hasn't.
No.
Yeah.
Like the FA Cup is so important to English football.
People just have this Prem bias that because it's not important to some Premier League teams that it doesn't matter when actually. Keeps
like New Haven. I swear it was like last year or the year before. New Haven did like exceptionally well in the FA Cup. They won like 50 grand, like 100 grand.
Yeah.
And to a club the size of like New Haven, that's like it's
definitely,
especially to rebuild the stadium.
Yeah. Do you remember the uproar that Middlesbrough were having about Chelsea? The most recent game that they had that was at the Riverside, and they were saying that the Chelsea because obviously all the commotion that was happening with Abramovich and Russia and.
The fans.
Yeah. They were like, we're not selling Chelsea tickets, and they were like, well, that's so much money to our club.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So it was like a moral dilemma versus financial
importance for Borough. Yeah.
So what do you think the lowest point or the worst defeat you've had in your football career, coaching career?
It's like I'm gonna get absolutely slaughtered for this, but I've got to say because it is a bit of a laugh. But that was when said about when I was coaching Eastbourne Borough when I was in the Conference Prem, and we went away to Wrexham. So away to Wrexham, like massive
Lee
game,
Trundle?
massive game with the club and all that. And there's I think there's about 5,000-6,000 people there. So done the warm up, big game. Done the warm up. I will be slaughtered by the ex-managers. But before the game, we'd done the warm up. Went back in the change room, and the managers went out and they went, right, so I'm gonna leave it with you. Get the players going and all the rest of it. And I started like pissing about and ended up doing like the worm in the middle of the changing room. We were about 10 minutes before kick-off and all that, and all the players going, come on.
I mean, you're getting them pumped up.
Yeah. Then we got stuffed 5-0.
If you'd won
I was
it,
like, oh shit.
But in hindsight, it was a bad thing to do. But like, if you'd have won 6-0,
you would have been genius.
Exactly.
Exactly. I thought at the time, look, this, I mean, they were big players and they've been there, done it, sort of thing. But sometimes you want to try to calm people's nerves down, and I thought, let's try to calm things down. Let's
do the worm.
Go and relax, have a bit of a laugh, do a dance, do the worm, have a bit of a laugh, and that before we went out, and it backfired on me, to be honest. But there you go.
I'm sure outrageous stuff happens in changing rooms. You know, like what managers have to do. Do you remember was it Phil Brown? Phil Brown, the whole manager. That got them huddled outside in like extra time.
And then 2 weeks later, Jimmy Bullard scored a winner.
Same celebration.
And he absolutely mocked
That's
it.
it.
But because it was a successful thing, that it was like, oh man, what genius!
Yeah.
But imagine he just started doing the worm on the pitch at that point. He'd have gone, what the?
Phil Brown.
Yeah, it's always hindsight, isn't it? Like
it is. Yeah.
So fair play.
You touched on that Achilles injury. I always like to talk about injuries because I'm very prone to them. not a good thing for me. You'd say that's your worst injury you've had? Yeah,
definitely.
By far?
By far, honestly. I was in so much. I was crying.
Yeah.
I'm not scared to admit. I was crying, and my son come and pick me up and take me to the hospital. The hospital was only 5 minutes away.
So you didn't call an ambulance or anything like that?
No. He picked me up. So my leg was hanging out the window, passenger window, on the way to the hospital. 5 minutes, and it felt like 5 hours.
Yeah.
And what done my head in is I'm in the hospital, absolutely in tears, and like in the wheelchair, and they made me sit there with my foot down. I'm going, look, I need to lay down. I need to get my leg up. And they say, no. And I was in the hospital for like an hour waiting for somebody.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they gave me some morphine and all that just to try to calm it down. Got into the hospital, and they said they knew what it was, and obviously it's opened up by an inch. Bloody plastered my foot.
Wait, what?
Going that way, plastic going that way, opening the thing.
Oh.
So the plastered my leg like that.
Instead of plastering
the other way.
You're supposed,
Yeah, they plastered that way.
And
I was like, every day I was phoning them. 3 days they left me in plaster like that. And I didn't sleep for 3 days. I mean, absolutely, I was on morphine constantly, still couldn't sleep.
How have they managed to fuck that up so badly?
No,
That's
exactly.
the exact opposite of what you should.
Yeah.
Did you end up having to have surgery or anything?
No. They in the end, they done what they was meant to do. When I went back, they said, "Oh no, they shouldn't have done it." I said, "Oh no, they shouldn't have bloody done it. What do you think? I haven't slept for 3 days? Are you joking me?" So I put a complaint in and everything about it. And so they took the plaster and done what they meant to have done in the first place and put me in a boot.
Yeah.
You know, with the heel things. And, I put a complaint in, nothing at all. But what is that all about? Yeah. I mean, I was in absolute agony. It was like...
Did you do it from a tackle, or was it just like a freak accident?
Running.
Yeah.
I've heard of so many like recent Achilles tears that are just like people, come the last 5 minutes of the five-a-side game or whatever they're in, that you hear a ping or a snap or a bang.
I've done that with my sartorius.
Exactly. Yeah. It's always off the ball stuff that's the worst, man. Always.
I had
unless of course you get like
my knee
in half.
That's how I did my knee. I was playing against Helsham.
Yeah, right, yeah. I used to play Helsham youth.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
We played him quite a bit, but this was I was what do you mean, like 17, 18, and I think it was a friendly as well. Like it was a day before I was going Zante. The boys.
Oh, no.
The boys to Zante.
No.
Lads.
Did you go on the trip?
Well, hear it out.
Okay, sorry.
So I'm running down the wing. I'm flying. I'm tearing them up. I mean, this is probably the...
You got any goals at this point?
Probably.
I thought you'd remember the story.
No, but all I remember is that this was when I was like, that's probably the fittest I've ever been.
Yeah.
Like, cardio, this is the fittest I've ever been in my life. And I'm like, everything's going brilliant. Running down the wing.
What, more than now? I mean, you're pretty...
Way fitter than now.
Really?
Well, football fitness.
Okay,
it's slightly different.
Match fit.
I was running down the wing and I just knocked it past his geezer, and I'm running this way and he's just come in like that. I probably landed like 4 feet off the pitch, because the Helsham, it's got like a little barrier around it.
That's right,
It's got a barrier around it. So I've landed like by the barriers.
Yeah.
And I just remember just screaming. It was quite traumatic, actually.
What was the injury in the end?
I ended up tearing my MCL and rupturing my what's the
meniscus?
Meniscus. Yeah. Oh. I was out for about a year.
It's lucky that you didn't do your ACL, mate, because that would have been...
Went Zante the next day.
Yeah, you still win.
Yeah.
Did you?
I tried ringing up to get my money back, but they said it's too late. So I was in this massive, like...
You're telling me you rocked up to grease in some fat.
You should see the photo. I'll find. Do you want me to find you the photo of it?
Yeah, go.
I'll be able to find you the photo.
So funny.
It was a boot. Well, not a boot. It's not a cast. It's like a Velcro.
Yeah.
From here to down to my ankle.
Yeah.
That's such banter on a lad's
God.
holiday, though.
You actually went clubbing and all that.
Yeah.
I was awful. Yeah. So
I can already imagine like the great photos and then just not holding their leg up.
they called an ambulance because I'm screaming like this is horrendous, and they chucked me on obviously the gas and air. But then that's not doing anything. So they put me up to a drip on the side of the pitch of just, I think it was like paracetamol.
Yeah.
In the drip, mate, it was the weirdest feeling.
Question,
you could feel this cold liquid go around your body.
Yeah.
It was, what was your question?
I was going to say, was that the first of your injury proneness?
No.
Okay.
The first two were I tore my sartorius twice.
At a younger age?
Yeah, year 9.
Really?
Yeah. That was, the sartorius is the longest muscle in your body. Do you know that? But anyways, yeah. So I can find this photo at the same time. I did that. They put me on a drip and whatnot. My mate was like, Theo, we need to get into your phone to call your mum. And I was just giving him like my PIN number to my phone. To my card details.
What? Cause you just like high off the.
Then like my mates had to like drive my car. Went to hospital. I was in there for hours.
Yeah.
And went to Zante the next day on crutches. It was horrendous, absolutely horrendous. First night out, obviously we're all getting bevved. And obviously I'm on like serious painkillers.
That's a terrible
and I'm
mix,
like,
by the way.
Don't need the thing.
Yeah.
I went out without my
no
thing
way.
On. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it was
mate, that would have fucked you for ages as well, and you just wouldn't even realise.
It made it 10 times worse.
Yeah.
And then I only went out twice that holiday. It was the first night, and then I just spent.
You should have gone out wearing it. All the birds would be like,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like taking a boot out on holiday.
In the end, the first time I went out,
icebreaker, right?
The first time I went out, I did.
Right. Whilst you find that, I wanted to ask about, because you're obviously a very fit individual.
Well, yeah, sort of, yeah.
There's been a point where you finished playing football, and obviously you've built up like a sort of a reserve of football fitness. What kind of fitness did you transition across to after that? Because you've only recently got back to football, right?
Yeah,
Or have you always played it?
Yeah, no, I'm not actually playing football. I'm just literally playing the odd charity games and all that. But I've always wanted to stay fit. I mean, I get really. If I'm not fit, I get depressed. I think it's because
same as me. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's because you're so used to it, and your body's so used to being fit, and they're saying about muscles got memories, which is so true. Isn't it? I think when that all goes to pot, it just affects your whole mentality, doesn't it? I just always wanted to just stay fit.
What kind of fitness do you do?
I've tried. Before this boxing, now I've had to start up again. I try to stay away from running on concrete, on on roads and stuff like that. So literally, it was just gym work. I've done like a lot of stuff on the bike. And,
on the bike?
Yeah, bike's good. You know the ones where your legs...
the assault
bike.
That's not good.
The devil bike.
That is the worst thing on earth.
That is a love-hate
They make me throw up. They literally make me throw up.
You get an engine and a half from it.
You do.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's all I can find. That's the only photo I can find.
Oh yeah, look. God.
The flip-flops of dreams. Wait, so you're doing the assault bike?
Yeah, I mean, I've done a little bit of that, but I'm doing it more now. What I'm doing 5 rounds of 3 minutes. With it, yeah.
What?
So
not max effort.
Well, yeah, as much as I can, yeah.
But like you're keeping a pace for the 3 minutes that you're on.
Yeah, that's it. Doing 3 minutes and then have 1 minute break.
How many calories do you get up to in that point?
I don't even.
You're not really, okay.
It's funny. I'm not sort of. I know my own body, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I don't look at calories. I don't look at.
I just meant on the.
Yeah, on
the
distance
actual
bike.
Yeah.
I don't really. I just do it through minutes, and I don't know. I just know when I'm sort of fit and when I'm not, and I mean I haven't weighed myself for years and years and years. I just know myself.
Just know, don't you?
Yeah, you do, don't you? It's you know your own body, don't you? So
now that you've obviously got this boxing match that we will talk about in a short while, I imagine. What other kind? Are you doing like a lot of skipping? Is it a lot of...
Yeah, see, no, I'm not like, I don't really do skipping, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, no. I'm doing a lot of bag work now, obviously. I've got someone in my gym, my local gym, that does circuits for me. And he literally puts me right through my paces and literally until I cannot move. He's going, carry on. And it's just impossible to move. And I just said, look, it's just impossible to move. I said, yeah, I've done my job then. So I'm
That's
doing
boxing training.
Yeah. So I'm doing a lot. He's been brilliant, actually, to be fair.
What is your fight planned to be? Is it 6 2-minute rounds?
5
2-minute rounds.
2-minute rounds.
That's
so.
tiring, that is.
Have you done any sparring for that yet?
It's just started, hence the black eye. And
say, yeah.
So just started. I've had 2 sparring sessions, but I'm gradually going to be picking it up and doing it more regularly. And I'm like sparring against someone that's a lot taller and bigger.
Yeah. And for those people that are watching this that don't know who you're boxing, you are boxing
Ed Matthews.
Ed Matthews.
Yeah.
Tiki Toki.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's just every time I say his name, I'm like, oh, I just want to get in there.
When's the fight?
16th of July.
16th of July.
Yeah, O2 Indigo, yeah.
O2 Indigo?
Yeah.
I was next to it last night.
Was you?
Went for a curry at the O2.
Yeah.
There was someone performing. I was like, there's the Indigo. That's quite sick, you know. That's well said. Is there any other undercards and stuff?
Yeah, there's one that's Astrid now.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
So they're actually fighting?
Yeah, they're fighting.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be outrageous.
Yeah, that's the fight before ours. And there's a couple others that have been arranged. I can't say yet because they want to announce them and everything. But they're looking to get, I think, 6 undercards.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's section of the podcast is sponsored by our friends over at Noom.
Whoop, whoop, it's the sound of the Noom.
If you've listened to the podcasts before, you will know that they have sponsored us before. Noom is a psychology-based approach to how you reevaluate your dietary choices and basically decisions about your food and health.
You know, it's a good thing for me because with Noom, there's no foods that are totally off limits. You can keep eating foods you love. And for me, that is very important. But it also helps you to maintain a balance, which is very, very key.
Yes, it teaches you the right things and structure that you can implement in your life. So nothing is off limits. There are no restrictions. You don't binge eat at any point, because I know when people tend to do the whole diet thing, they restrict themselves so much that, you know, like one cookie turns into like 10 cookies.
It uses a cognitive behavioral approach.
Absolutely.
You know, it teaches you why rather than what. So if you do want to get your trial,
yes,
head to noom.com/pitch. That is noom.com/pitch, linked in the description down below.
Back on with the podcast.
So it's going to be a proper event. So yeah.
You fancy jumping on?
Absolutely not, man. I'm in a good rhythm at the moment.
Yeah?
Yeah, not fighting rhythm.
Maybe
I'm in a good fitness rhythm.
Maybe I'll throw it back.
What, versus me?
Nah, me and Joe have a rematch.
Mate,
that'd be like brilliant. I'd absolutely love that.
Yeah. Do you think you're going to win?
Yeah, I mean, I'm confident. I mean, I wouldn't get in a ring if I didn't think I was going to win.
Of course, yeah.
But I'm not going to be like him. He's a cocky little shit, and so he's out there going, "Yeah, I want to fucking knock him out in the first round and all this." So let him do all the talking.
Yeah.
You know, I'm realistic. You know, I know what the situation is. I've got to train hard and be at my best ability and my best fitness to beat him. I know that. You know, I'm not stupid, you know.
I suppose he's young.
Exactly.
And to be fair, he's in good shape, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in really good shape. I mean, to be fair to him, he is. You know, that's the only compliment I'm going to give him. But he is in a good shape. And I know that I've got to give my all and put myself through the paces to win that fight. I'm not stupid, you know. I'm not going to go out there and say, "Yo, I'm going to smash him up in 2 rounds." Yeah.
I suppose
How did this come about?
Oh my God.
Yeah, because we've got the overarching story of
from the horse's mouth, like the tale of how it happened.
It started off regarding like Cal the Dragon, obviously.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah. So everybody knows Cal. I mean, he was my daughter was reasonably big on TikTok at the time, and she said to me, Dad, why don't we do a dance on TikTok? We'll put it on my account, see how it goes. So I've done a dance. I wasn't even on TikTok, didn't even know what it was, to be fair.
Yeah.
And put a dance on. It got to 1.2 million
Go
views.
on.
And
Just the first one you posted.
Yeah, and I was like, what is going on here?
Cracked it already.
Yeah, and everybody was like, get your dad to get his own account, get his dad to... So literally I started my own account. It's sort of like, it grew. I was round my house. Keely was on a live, And then she went live with Cal because she was friends with Cal. And she said, "Oh, this is Cal Dragon." I went, "Yeah. All right, mate, how you doing?" I didn't even know who he was, you know what I mean? I didn't know who anybody was, you know? It's like, so I started talking to him, and then I realised he's sort of, on his live, he was getting so much hate and grief, and it was upsetting him and stuff. And I thought, God, this lad needs a bit of backup here, you know? I mean, this is bullshit, you know? People being
it's
like
ruthless,
that.
Man. Social media is horrible, It's
really ruthless, and there's no need for it either, you know? And so I just sort of got to know him, and he said, "Oh, do you want to go live?" Yeah, so I go live. Started going live with him. Started looking out for him behind the scenes, and you know, I saw the people that was trying to take the piss out of him and try to use him for clout and stuff like that. And I used to message him and say, "Look, leave it out unless you actually really mean it. Leave it out." So they did, you know, and people didn't see what I'd done behind the scenes for him. You know, I'd done a lot to try to back him up. So I was doing all this, and because people didn't see anything behind the scenes, Ed Matthews started chirping up and saying, "Oh yeah, like Simple Simon's using Cal for clout, and he's like, you know, he's out of order. He's, you know, it just all, you know, just all stuff. There was no need." And my daughter started sort of like sticking up for me. Of course, you know, she would, because that's what you do with family.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she started sticking up for me. I was trying to go live with Ed and say to him, you know, "Look, mate, this is nothing to do with that. I'm actually a genuine bloke, and I actually care for the lad. And you know, he's autistic. He's got a few mental health problems. I want to look after him." And he was going, "No, fuck off, mate. You're just doing it for clout and all that." So my daughter stepped in. Then he started digging my daughter out. And that is like, then as soon as you start doing that, then you're digging my family out and you're digging me out, and then, you know, that's a different story completely. So he was putting these clips up, Keely, saying he's gonna, you know, I don't really want to go into it really too much, because I just want to grab him around the neck and punch him now, you know. But you know, he was saying all this stuff about my daughter, which was not acceptable. So I said, "Look, let's go live, mate. Let's try to get this sorted. Like proper, like adults. He's 19. He ain't a kid anymore. Do you know what I mean? He's 19. He's an adult, and let's try to sort it out." So we went live, and he just wouldn't have any of it. He was just typical, you know, typical teenager, thinks he's better than what he is. So
thinks it's all a joke as well.
That's it. Yeah. So he done that, and then he said, "Well, oh, you know, I'm calling you out. I want to fight you. I want to do this and do that." I said, "Look, I don't want to fight. Let's try to sort it out." And it just got to a stage where we'd done one live, and he put this picture up of my daughter, like with her in a, you know, in this bikini and stuff like that, and in front of like thousands and thousands of people. And I thought, fuck this, you know. I'm sorry to swear. I don't normally swear, but it winds me up so much. That's the only time I swear, when I'm talking about him. And then we was on the live, and he called me out again, and then he turned the live off. Like that, he called me something and had a dig at me and turned the live off. I thought, no, I ain't having it. So I went back on live, and he accepted back on live, and I said, "Okay, mate, let's have it. Let's do this."
And that was as of how long ago?
No, it's probably quite a long time ago. It was about 3 months ago, I think, something like that. So it was quite a long time ago. So there's lots of stuff sort of happened in between, and you know, I was up for it. I said, "Yeah, let's do it." But I wanted to do it the right way. You know, I'm not going to go in the back garden and have a punch up. And, you know, I'm 52 now. You know, by the way, you know, you know, and I don't want, you know, I wanted to do it the right way. So I got a bit of protection, you know.
Well, I mean, as well as I suppose that it's all started through TikTok and social media, that it's best to kind of finish it all in the public eye, if that makes sense, you know. So,
man, I think there's no better way to do it, because it's a legal boxing match.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which you're all going to follow the rules. It'll be judged. There'll be you know, the security is. I think it's the good way of settling it, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's how YouTube or like online beef is drawn a line in nowadays, isn't it?
What can I say?
What can I say? You're the expert.
It's been a while, 3-4 years now. We're here.
Is that how many it's been? 4 years since
2017.
you enjoying that gym?
5 years.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
5 years.
5 years.
That is
2017.
It's 5 years.
Yeah, 22, isn't it?
It's 2022 now. It's 5 years.
Summer of 2022.
But was it 2017?
Do you want me to double check?
Yeah, double check the vid. See when it's like. It's like August 20.
It's mad, isn't it?
What the fudge?
Yeah, the amount of stuff that's happened since that, crazy.
And now we're here.
Now we
So in that 3 month, 2017,
August 2017.
holy shit, feels like yesterday. So in that 3 months, since all that happened and now we're here, what's your relationship like with Cal, Astrid? What's that like? So you sort of had a little mini click sort of for a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, it's regarding Cal. I was he was doing collabs, he was doing all this other stuff, all for nothing. People were just taking the mick out of him, using him and everything else. And I thought, right, let's try to help him out here, try to get him some money, get what he deserves at the end of the day, rather than just people taking the mick and getting it all for themselves. So I set him up with a couple of collabs like Harvey Elliott. He got a collab with Harvey Elliott.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Obviously, Chris, MD, and Harry. I sorted that out for him. They contacted. I think they contacted Keely. I think because Chris MD messaged Keely, and so I set that up for him and everything. Regarding the collabs, then I set up some like a club appearance. And Astrid's team helped out with that. I'm not taking the credit for all of that. And so we was trying to help him out, trying to get him some money, get him what he deserves, and everything was going well. He was doing all this stuff, started to earn a little bit of money. Then all of a sudden, I got a message from his dad saying I want to be on the emails, and I went, that's fine. Yeah, be on the emails. I've got nothing to hide. I'm not making anything out of him. I'm just trying to help your son out, mate. That's it. So he went on there, and changed the password, and stopped me going on there completely. And then I just got another message saying I'm taking over all Cal stuff now. Thanks very much for your time, basically. And I was like, okay, fair enough. That's fine. You're his dad.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're his dad, and of course, I was only there trying to help the lad and everything else. And then all of a sudden, he was getting all this advice where, not to do anything with Astrid because obviously Astrid does what she does, that's her choice, so her life, she does what she does, and because it wasn't good for his brand. And then I was brought into that as well because I'd done a collab with Astrid. I was brought into it saying that, you shouldn't be doing it with him. So he blocked me on everything.
Blocked you?
He unfollowed me and blocked me on everything and stuff like that. This was the advice he got, I think. I don't think it was Cal himself. And
have you spoken to him since?
Yeah, and then he 2 days later he done a video saying he regrets it and he shouldn't have done it and so we ended up talking again. And then next minute, like about a week later, he done the same thing.
What a roller coaster!
So because I had a situation where I saw this girl for a little bit. I don't want to mention any names, and I found out she was using me for clout and stuff like that. And I told Cal about it. I said, just don't get involved with her. And then next minute, he was sending her messages on her live, and then went live with her, chatting to her. And I went on there and went, Cal, what are you doing, mate? I said, don't do it. It's a bit out of order. We're mates and all that. And then he got the advice to unfollow me because he can go live wherever he wants, sort of thing, So it's a bit of a weird one, that one.
Yeah.
So I haven't spoke to him for a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
What's he actually like? Off camera? Because obviously you would have spent a lot of time with him.
Yeah.
What's he like off camera? Is he the same?
No, he's not. No, on camera he's like now. But at first he wasn't confident, and because he was going live with me a lot, doing predictions. Hopefully, I've helped him a little bit to get that confidence. Which hopefully that was the case. And on live now, he's really confident, and he's confident behind his screen because I think he's just looking at his phone. But at the end of the day, he's autistic.
Yeah.
And he does find it difficult sometimes to mix with people.
Social situations.
Yeah, and he's a little bit like that. I mean, it'd be difficult for him to sort of look you in the eyes and talk to you and stuff, and just the normal stuff.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
But as in like a lad, you wouldn't meet a better lad than him. Yeah, absolutely lovely lad.
Does seem like
genuine. Oh God, yeah.
Lovely
I mean,
guy.
he is. He's a lovely lad, genuine lad, and he just does his thing, and he loves football. Everything's related around football. He just absolutely loves it. Which is fair play to him.
Yeah.
I always see him drinking the Red Bulls.
Yeah.
We've got to get him on here, mate.
Cow on here.
Yeah, it's got to happen.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I don't even know who he supports. Do you know who he supports?
Cardiff.
Does it?
So
Yeah.
why Cardiff?
It's ancestors.
Oh, really?
Is that why the
Welsh.
dragon as well? Then I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, the Dragon was through a football team that he played for. They were called Dragons FC.
Oh,
so
right.
that's where he got his name from.
So not a
But
Welsh thing.
it just so
happens.
happens.
Yeah, yeah.
that
I mean, it all adds up, right? Who do you support?
Chelsea.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're both Arsenal fans.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay.
So now
You're catching up. You're
Exactly,
catching
Yeah,
up.
but 1 point.
We're
by the
breathing
way.
down the neck.
I can't wait. At the start of the season, I hate to bring it up every episode. I'm bringing it up again.
Yeah.
Start of the season, when Arsenal were a bit shit, you beat us first game of the season. I said, you know what, Arsenal would get in third. Everyone laughed at me.
just wait, and then you can.
I won't say they're not laughing now.
Yeah.
But
In a little bit, you might be able to.
I might be. I see. Even when we're 9 points behind, I said, I'm telling you, Arsenal are going to get third.
What do you think of the current Chelsea
You've
situation?
just been bought, or it's being finalised,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's
Like
Hard Bowley.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah, that's it.
Soft.
Yeah, another American
Yeah.
owner. Everybody said, "Oh, you're going to stay away from American owners," but
Here we got
obviously
another
not.
one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, money talks, doesn't it? At the end of the
Exactly.
day, so he's got a bit of backing, and I think it was 3.5 billion or something.
I think it might be
4-2.
4-2.
Oh,
now.
is it?
It keeps going up
it
every
keeps
week.
growing. Yeah, that interest.
Yeah.
Is right. So I mean, he's obviously got the money to back it. It's just how much he loves the game, isn't it? Can you see what I mean by that? It's like.
Yeah.
I was looking at his reactions, like
He seemed interested.
He seemed, but is it because it's a new thing for him? Like, is he going to come? Because I think of Abramovich. You talk about outside of football, you say what you want, but inside of football,
He cared about the club.
He cared about
Yeah,
the club,
yeah.
and he was arguably one of the better owners in football.
Yeah.
like he was at most of the games.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who they're playing. He's at most of the games. He loved his players. He loved his staff. Like, he was a really good football owner.
Todd might be. Just
yeah,
don't know. It's
we're
early doors,
judge a
isn't it?
book by its covers, aren't we?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you heard about the stuff that's happened with Alonso and Tuchel?
No.
Yeah.
So the reason why he was subbed at half time in the Wolves games because they had a bust up in the changing rooms.
Why?
And potentially Marcus Alonso might not be playing for the rest of the season.
Why?
As a result.
Well, what is that?
Something to do with it could be to do with his pre-contract for Barcelona or linked with that, and nobody really knows. But apparently
They had a
it's
fuss
true.
about moving to Barcelona at half time against Wolves.
Apparently.
No way.
What do you mean? Why? I mean,
Why is that being? There's no
confirmed,
way that's getting brought up at half time against Wolves.
No, well, it might not necessarily be that, but that's obviously the catalyst for.
Bit of tension.
Yeah.
But he's playing so well. I think he's doing a really good job for Chelsea at the moment.
Yeah, well, they've got Saul to replace him. What do you think of him?
I mean, I could see. Obviously, things have happened before that game, isn't there? So there's things happen through the week with him going to Barcelona, and he's probably got a shit attitude because he doesn't care now. Because why would he?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think Tuchel, obviously, he wants everything done his way, the right way, and probably Alonso's been taking the piss and hasn't done it. And then he's probably done something the first half. Gone in the change room. Tuchel's gone, look, I told you not to do that, and he's probably gone, get
Yeah.
yourself. Do you know what I mean? I'm going in 3 games time anyway. I ain't gonna listen to you, So, and that's probably where it's come from. Something like that, I would have thought. So.
Do you like Tuchel?
Yeah, I know I do. I'm not gonna start knocking him because the results are not gone right, because I think he's out of his hands a little bit, and I think he's done an amazing job to actually keep the players motivated. I know they've had some ups and downs and everything, but trying to keep the players motivated with what's been going on, that must have been the most difficult job ever.
Yeah.
And people don't see that side, do they?
Yeah, I feel like, do you remember there was when they were talking about, they're not going to be able to sell tickets, not going to have anyone in. Everyone thought, what's
Gotta take the bus.
What are not only going to have 30 grand to go on away games.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, how are the players going to perform? But it didn't affect them.
No,
I don't think it affected them at all.
it didn't at that time. I think it started to
take its toll now.
it started to take its toll. I think at first when it happened, they were doing well at that time, wasn't they? So they thought, no, look, let's not worry about that. Let's carry on doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're professionals. We're Chelsea through and through, and we do it for the supporters, etc., etc. But they're only human beings, aren't they? So eventually, it must take its toll. It must do. When it's in your head all the time, and you're going to sleep not knowing when you're going to get your next contract. And
Because
things like
there's
that.
so many players out of contract at Chelsea this summer.
Yeah.
I was just about to bring that up. The amount of players that are leaving.
They're going to have to spend
That's
so
what I'm
much
saying.
money.
Yeah. Who do you think Chelsea go out and sign as a fan?
I mean, I think they need 3 defenders.
Yeah.
Well, Christensen's looks like
Yeah.
going. Rudiger looks like going.
Yeah.
Alonso going. That's already 3 gone.
Yeah, Azpilicueta's no disrespect. Azpilicueta, absolute fantastic, absolute legend, but he's on his last legs.
Yeah, he is.
Silva, been one of the best players
38.
in the world, but he's on his last legs. So really, who we got? Sarr. And that's it, isn't it?
Chilwell back from injury.
Yeah, that's a big plus.
But then if you've got
He's
Reece
wing
James,
back.
if you've got Reece James and Chilwell, you've got no cover.
Yeah.
You need a whole reorganisation of the defence.
Centre backs, mate.
What if you
yeah.
So would you sell Lukaku to help fund everyone else?
Yeah, that's something not right there. I mean, with what happened when he said about, he wants to go back to Inter Milan.
That's bizarre.
How did you feel about that as a fan?
I was like, you've just signed for the club.
Yeah.
You can't turn around and say, I want to go back to where I've just come from. That's like mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there were so many fickle Chelsea fans out there that were like, and then forgave him. They forgave him straight
I know,
away.
exactly.
It's like, what? He's literally just said he don't want to be there and he wants to go back.
That's it.
Go back to where?
Inter.
Yes.
I didn't realise I was wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what are you thinking, mate? I mean,
Yeah.
Christ's sake, it's come out your own mouth.
Yeah. Well, he bagged 2 against Wolves, didn't he?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's quality. He's still a quality player. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter, and he's going to score goals. But it's the same thing as when I was saying about the non-league.
Yeah.
Players come in and want that extra 10 quid and all that. They're not really playing for the club, are they?
No.
So you need that as well, don't you?
It is tough when you've been bought for £100 million price tag to know that you are the most expensive player at a club.
Yeah, but I also think if you are Lukaku, you have to see yourself as, you have to have the confidence. Like Mbappe, he knows, doesn't matter how much he goes for. Like, and PSG spent racks on him, but he knows, he has so much confidence in himself that he knows, I am the best player here and I am going to score. Lukaku needs that confidence.
Well, but he's come back to the club. He was there as a kid, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's the thing. And he's come back and he's like this major star, and it just hasn't happened
Do
for him.
you think the pressure from Arsenal, they keep digging away at Chelsea's heels? Do you think that's putting even more pressure on the Chelsea players than they already have?
Yeah, I think it's got to, isn't it? Because obviously, if Chelsea wasn't in the Champions League, that'd be an absolute disaster. So they had to have been thinking about that. That's for sure. So picking up these, I know they've had too many draws. I think that's where the problem is recently. Yeah. But I think these draws, people saying that, too many draws. But I think these draws has helped them out in a way because of what they've been going through. And, if they were losses,
points,
it's four, I think 4 draws in the last so many games. But then 4 points have got them and near enough secured their Champions League. So it's too much of a disaster.
Speaking of Champions League, so here's one for you guys. If Liverpool, they don't win the FA Cup, Chelsea win the FA Cup, Real Madrid win the Champions League, and City win the Prem.
Yeah, they only.
Who has a better season? Chelsea finishing 3rd or 4th with an FA Cup, or Liverpool finishing 2nd with a League Cup?
Chelsea. If you look at it objectively, they would have bottled 2 finals. So you'd think that Chelsea should have had a better would have a better season. They've come away with
1 point behind City.
Exactly, they've come away with a Champions League place and a bigger trophy.
My point is that they are on the verge of being the most successful and best Premier League club of all time, but I could end up having a worse season
totally fine margins
than Chelsea.
Yeah.
Luis Diaz is on the verge of winning a personal sextuple.
Yeah.
Which is 6 trophies in 1 season. Which is...
But he's that good though.
What was it like?
Do you think... do you think you'll win the FA Cup? Do you have faith?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, when we play Liverpool, we do seem to up our game a little bit.
I think it's just FA Cup, isn't it?
Yeah, and
you were unlucky not to get the League Cup. The 3 offside decisions.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, no, I think so. I mean, it's gonna be very tactical. I think. I mean, there's me saying that now. It'd probably be like 6-5 or something. but I think it's gonna be tight. I think it's gonna be tactical. I can see it going like into extra time. I can see it like 1-1.
Yeah.
Going in extra time, etc. I can see that happening again. But but I'm confident. But Liverpool are outstanding, aren't they? I mean, I mean, Klopp, what a great manager. It's funny with Klopp. I think he's an absolute fantastic manager. But do you find when he first come to Liverpool, like everybody loved him. Like,
I wanted him at Arsenal.
Yeah.
He was obviously he was Mr. Dortmund at that point, and I love Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah.
So the one target for that season of transfers, I was like, Klopp to Arsenal, please, because I think that was the point at which we had Emery, maybe.
Unai.
Yeah, when he came across.
I did.
And then he went to Liverpool and became a success.
He didn't work
frustrating.
out Arsenal, Emery. He didn't have a style of football.
Well, he did. It just wasn't Arsenal.
It wasn't Arsenal, but you can't knock him now.
No. Well,
I mean, he's the king of Europe, isn't it?
God,
Like, it's crazy. What was it like then? Obviously, Chelsea crashed. Do you think going out to Real Madrid in hindsight is a good thing for you lot?
No, definitely not. No, I think we did need that.
Like a run.
Yeah, 100%. I think. I don't know. I think Tuchel's been told, look, just do your best you can in the cup. Make sure we get the Champions League again, and let's regroup next year and see what's going to happen next year. I think that's what he's been told, and he's done that, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's done that. He's had good runs in the cups. We've got a chance of winning the FA Cup. He's, hopefully he's near enough secured Champions League. So
I think if Chelsea would be the similar. So if Arsenal draw against Spurs, Arsenal secure Champions League.
Yeah,
so
if everybody wins for the rest of the season.
Yeah, so if Spurs draw against Arsenal, I think Chelsea and Arsenal have secured top 4. I think that's how it works.
Maybe.
Yeah, it is, because we'll be 4 points, over 4 points clear.
But there's still 2 games left though. So if we lose both and Spurs win,
yeah. This will be the first time Arsenal got back in the Champions League since Wenger, which is big. So what do you think is going to happen in the Champions League final? Real Madrid, Liverpool.
I think Liverpool could do it. I'm going 2-0 Liverpool. Yeah.
Interesting.
I am.
So you're not a fan of that, are you?
Well, only because you can't like Liverpool. Everyone's expecting them to win, but I've backed Real Madrid the entire tournament.
To be fair,
I backed them the entire tournament. Backed them against Chelsea. Backed them against Man City to do the comeback. In fact, I predicted it perfectly.
I mean, they've got loads of experience, haven't they?
They're champions.
Loads of experience.
Ancelotti's highest Champions League final manager, isn't he?
He's won the league in 5 different European leagues. This will be their 14th Champions League if they win this.
Yeah.
14th.
Yeah.
Liverpool have already won 5. You think, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
14.
Is it 5 or 6? Isn't it 6?
Ancelotti's.
No, Liverpool.
It's 5.
UCLs.
I thought it was 5. Oh, was it 6 like a couple of years ago?
That's
I don't know. Either way. So you think 2-0 Liverpool?
Yeah, I know it sounds
Salah's
weird.
redemption.
Yeah, I know it sounds weird because obviously Real Madrid are like they score for fun, don't they? They score for fun. But I just don't know. I think he's gonna set it up like that, and I think he's gonna set it up like quite defensively and catch him on the breaks. I think Liverpool are decent on the break, so that's my opinion. Might be crazy.
Let's do prediction for the final then. What's yours?
I was just because obviously you analyse games a little bit differently to how we do because you have coaching badges, you've been in management.
I don't know about that, but
well, it's true, isn't it? Like you probably do see the game a little bit different to us. So
what's your prediction for the Champions League final?
Champions League final, 3-2 Liverpool. I think really high scoring. I think they both go for it.
Funny you say that. I was going to say like I'm drawing. I think like a 2-2 goes into extra time. Real Madrid either win 3-2 on extra time or Real Madrid win on pens. But I love it. So Champions League lately has been exciting.
Mate, we've not had a bad game.
Every game has been a belter.
This is why I'm saying it might not be. This is why I'm saying This is why, because it has every
anticlimax.
Game. Everybody's think it's going to be a high scoring game. And I don't know. I think it's good. Finals always more tactical.
Yeah, they are.
That sounds weird, but
they are. Yeah,
the 2-legged games, it's a different story.
Yeah.
Playing 2-legged, you play different at home and away. But in a final, you've got to be tactically right, and it's all about tactics. And that's why I think finals. You watch, there's going to be like hundreds of goals now.
That's the only reason why I said it, because in my head I'm like, it's probably going to be 0-0 or 1-1. But
if City somehow wrapped up the league before the final game of the season, does Klopp rest Mane, Salah, Diaz? Does he rest everyone?
Yeah.
Or not?
Yeah.
But is it a case of resting them, or do they want to be match sharp? Because they've got to wait a week. It's a
They do
week.
have
They
to
don't
wait a
need a
week,
rest.
yeah.
It's just the risk of injury.
Yeah, maybe then. Who's their last game? Wolves.
Don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Did you ever find that? Because I feel like because of my experience of injuries, I would be really like scared of my players getting injured. Did you ever find yourself like, if you got a big game the next week, you don't want to risk them, or do you just play them because they're meant to play?
Yeah, I think you've got to play them. Like you said, I think it's important to keep it going. You know, I've seen, I think, you know, what you're saying, I think that was Chelsea's downfall when they started to have their bad patch, is where they kept near enough the same team right the way through. They was winning constantly, had a massive like winning streak. All of a sudden, he started tweaking it. He started like resting players, changing players around.
Yeah.
And that's when we started losing, you know, and that. I think it's important to keep that going, to keep the players playing and everything. I mean, if they had a game on the Wednesday before the Champions League, that's a different story, you know. But like a week, you know, having a week's rest.
Then if an injury happens, you can't do
It's
anything
just
about it.
unfortunate. It's just you're just unlucky. So I mean, again, I might be wrong, but I just think it's important that players play and just keep that buzz going. You know,
That's also a kind of like advantage for Real Madrid a little bit, because they've already wrapped up La Liga.
They've won the Liga, yeah.
Exactly. So they can go into with a completely fresh team.
So, you know, you were talking about the Ancelotti thing. It says Ancelotti is now the only manager to have reached 5 Champions League finals, more than any manager
That's what I said.
in history.
And just going back as well, it is 6.
Six
said
titles.
titles
Won
for
6.
Liverpool,
Yeah, because I remember when they won it in who was it against Spurs?
Yeah, it was.
They won it against Spurs, and everyone was like 6 times. I was like, all right,
So
cool.
before we move on to the quiz, my favourite part of the show, 2 big things did happen outside of the Prem. One in the Championship, one in League One. So Fulham obviously won the Championship, and they've recorded the biggest defeat by a Championship winning side, losing 4-0 to Sheffield United. Is that because they've won and nothing to play for?
yeah, I think so.
partying.
They've all turned up half hungover.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know about that because they've got to stay professional. But
Yeah.
I think it is a bit like that, isn't it? You know, they've hyped themselves so much, and you always like it's the same as anything. You know, even in a boxing fight, you know, your adrenaline's going, you're in there. Then afterwards, all of a sudden, it's like, phew, and try to get that back to that stage once you've got that done that drop.
Yeah.
I think it's difficult, and I think that's exactly what's happened. Like they had the adrenaline rush, they've smashed the league, everybody's flying and all that. All of a sudden, they've done it and just gone.
Well,
like
Mitrovic
this.
looks like he's injured as well, isn't he?
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah.
That's massive as
It
well.
happened with Liverpool's title and Leicester's title. The games after they were confirmed winners, they were just like, what are we doing now? You know.
And then I didn't realise Joey Barton is Bristol Rovers manager.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
Yeah,
Because everyone
yeah.
gave him so much stick. Do you remember when he went to France? He was a bit crap and like did the whole
Did the French accent.
The French accent. But so for people that aren't aware, Bristol Rovers needed a +4 goal difference. I think it was at the time going into it. It was plus,
can double check.
from the maths. I think it's or +5 maybe
Yeah,
going into the
little
final
bit,
game of the
yeah.
season to overtake
It was ridiculous, though.
Northampton.
Yeah.
Northampton won 3-1.
Yeah.
Bristol Rovers won 7-0.
Yeah,
the
it was mad,
result
wasn't it?
needed to get up into League One. You can't even write that shit.
No.
Like, I know Scunthorpe, bottom of the league. But still, to win 7-0 and get
know.
promoted on the last day of the season.
Well, the game went into like 110 minutes, didn't it?
More.
Because-
It was, it was like postponed for like half an hour. actually,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah, because the fans invaded the pitch.
Do you
with
think the
flares
fans
and-
invading the pitch did that on purpose, knowing that? So when
I just
Northampton
thought
won
it was
3-1.
spur of the moment, no?
Yeah, but if Northampton won 3-1 and, that game's finished, nothing can happen. Your fans come on, delay the game, so your game will finish after Northampton.
But I don't think they did, though. That was the thing. I think the Northampton game was still going on at the point that they invaded.
Yeah, but the point is they
because-
invade, Northampton finishes, and then it's all in Bristol Rovers' hands.
And they knew what they had to do.
Yeah, they knew that all they do was hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Northampton scored 3 goals in the opening 22 minutes,
Yeah.
meaning that if Bristol were to go up, they needed to win 8-0. But because Barrow bought one back in the 45th minute, the 7-0 took them up.
So at half time, is the manager, do you think, letting them know what is going on? Or is it happening throughout the game? We need one more, do you think?
It'd be passed on, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. And he must do because he must know how to push. I mean, if it was 6, say it was 6-0,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
they didn't know what the situation was. They might have just said, "I think we might have done enough." We might not say, "Yeah, I think it must have been passed on." And the crowd as well, they're going to be letting know. Come on, you need one more.
Yeah.
You know, someone going to take a corner. You're not going to be telling them, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's going to. Yeah, I think they knew. I think they must have knew what was going on. Yeah.
Joey Barton, of all people,
know.
to be the manager to do it.
It's quality.
But the thing is, isn't it? Because of who that was, don't you think that happened? Because Joe Barton, I mean, I wouldn't want to mess with the bloke. You know what I mean?
No.
So he's the one that can actually probably push them to that.
I can imagine at half time him going to the dressing room and be like, boys, this is your only chance you're going to get back into the champion. It was a League One type championship, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Bristol Rovers back in the championship. It's going to be a Bristol Rovers, Bristol City derby.
At this point, though, you'd really want Northampton to go up through the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's just...
No, it's promotion to League One.
Oh, yeah, sorry,
League
League Two to League One, my bad. Yeah. But Bristol Rovers, they were in championship. You know, they've fallen from grace over the few years. Like Bristol Rovers, a big team. On that note, Jamie, are you ready?
I am.
So we got a quiz. It's a 5-part quiz.
Oh God, here we go. This is where I go.
So you know, there's a true or false in there. There's a who am
Oh,
I?
is there?
There's
Okay, so I've got a chance.
I would show you the leaderboard, but it's upside down on the board behind you there.
I don't know
How
how
has
that's
that even
happened.
happened?
I don't know.
It's upside down and back to
No,
front.
it's not. Yeah, but it's not even upside down, is it? It should be rotated.
I think we've
How
been
have we even
sabotaged
done
by
that?
GK Barry. Look. GK Barry was here.
You little rats. They have.
GK
Look,
Barry, mate.
There was
Sabotage.
GK Barry
I'm gonna
was
start
here.
a war with her. I say that an
frogs
average, a good score is 2 or 3.
Honestly, I'm hopeless with things like this. I am.
Take it
This
away.
is going to be interesting.
And if you lot want to play along at home as well, let us know your score out of 5 in the comments down below and leave your answers. And don't cheat, because we will know.
no
We will
cheating.
know.
No cheating. Cool. Question 1. According to the FA, how many football leagues are there across the country? Is it A, 48, B, 57, or C, 69?
football.
48,
Football
57,
league.
69.
Is that including Sunday? Not including Sunday leagues.
Just every league under the pyramid.
Yeah.
How many?
So,
So it's like
Senior
National League
Ismium,
and, yeah.
So it's got to be
Ryman.
like just senior level, isn't
yeah.
it? So
Ryman, Ismium, those sort of stuff
Yeah,
in different areas
it
over the
must go
country.
to county 2 then. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are you doing the maths of... Or you just...
Oh, no, it can't be. No, it can't be. So what's...
So the options are 48, 57, or 69.
How many leagues? Right,
Yeah, how many
okay.
leagues?
Yeah,
It's got to be a lot in there.
yeah.
I'm just going to... 57 for me.
I wanted to say that, but I'll go different. I'll go 69, just for the bounce.
Yeah, I was going to go... I can have the same answers, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to go 57 as well.
It is 57.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it
57 leagues, featuring a total of 84 divisions.
Yeah.
And it's all feed into the EFL.
The only reason why I thought it was is, you know, when you asked him again, he went 48.
Oh,
So I was like, he's giving that away, but
So we're on 1 out of 1.
well, boys.
You're on 0.
Eastbourne boys, come
I
on.
knew it was though.
Borough.
Yeah.
Question number 2. Which player holds the record for having won the most FA Cups?
Ooh.
I'll give you a hint. It's 7.
7 FA Cups.
Won 7 FA Cups.
This individual has won 7 FA Cups.
See, if I was first of all drawn to an Arsenal player, because
I
we're
did.
the record holders.
Yeah, I was as well.
Is it Cesc?
Well, I was thinking, because Chelsea, he would have won it with Chelsea, but there's no way he's won it 7 times. He didn't have a long enough career in the Premier. That means you have to win it every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but might be sort of older. Might be an
Yeah.
older player, mightn't it? That's
Maybe like a Tony Adams. No, he had a long
didn't-
career. He
yeah,
had a
but he
long
didn't-
career.
Yeah, but he didn't win it 7 times with Arsenal, did he? Or did he?
We've won it, what, 17 times?
You've won it 14. Well, we've won it 14 times.
yeah. So Arsenal would have
I'm thinking, well, it's got to be an Arsenal
It
player.
has
but
to be an
I'm
Arsenal
just-
player, right? Or it's a Chelsea player.
well, my answer's
No,
Fabregas.
Chelsea haven't even won it 7
Yeah,
times.
but this
have
is like from the start, you know, it could
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
years ago, couldn't it? That's the thing. Right.
they? Fabregas is a good shout because he's played for Chelsea.
That's why I said it.
Yeah. There's no way he's won 7 FA
That's
Cups.
what. Yeah, I
though.
don't think it is, but I'm just going to put an answer out there because I don't know.
But he was at Arsenal when he was 16.
He exactly. He could have won He could have won FA Cups off the, like in the reserve. Well, not the reserve. The squad list.
Oh, this is a toughie, Jay. I'm either drawn to Tony Adams or Cesc Fabregas.
What about like goalkeeper?
Yeah. Keepers are a good shout.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah, check. I was thinking of
Played
check.
for Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah,
Checks
he did.
out.
Yeah.
Oh,
That could be right. Actually.
Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
But how many would he have won at Arsenal?
He was in the 05 winning squad against United.
Yeah, but how many would he have won at Arsenal? Because he was at
03,
Chelsea win that
05.
many? All right.
Oh, bloody hell, Jamie. This is a rough one.
Yeah, it is.
Should have given us a multiple choice. All right, gut instinct. It's drawing me to Cesc. But then Big Ash.
Go on, do a different answer. We'll see what
Okay,
happens.
all right, I'll go Ashley Cole. I don't think it's right, though.
It's not a bad shout, though. He's played for two teams that win a lot.
Yeah. I'm looking sort of like,
You said Petr Cech, right?
yeah. I'm thinking like Man United now for some reason. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah.
Bobby Charlton.
Older one. Yeah.
Bobby
Well, if it
Charlton.
is and we weren't alive, then that's just mean. But
Bobby Charlton.
Yeah.
Georgie Best. The Little Wizard. What is it? El Beetle.
Beetle.
El Beetle. Oh, this is horrible, Jamie. This is horrible. You're roughing, you know.
Yeah, I'll just go check, so I said check. Yeah.
Got a shout, Reef, or
Oh, I said Cesc.
You said Cesc?
Yeah, I said it straight at the start.
Theo Baker take a bow. It's Ashley Cole.
Oh
Well
my
done,
God.
mate.
Oh,
Great shout.
that's
See?
decent.
Well
He won
done.
it with Arsenal 02, 03, 05, Chelsea 07, 09, 10 and 12.
Yeah.
We got the right sort of.
Yeah, it was the
Arsenal,
correct line,
Chelsea,
right?
yeah.
Arsenal across to a Chelsea.
I didn't think
yeah.
you were going to get there. I thought you was just going to say Cesc, and I was
Yeah.
like, so.
You got to make that into a TikTok, mate.
Yeah.
Imagine if
I'm cooking.
I didn't say pick a different one.
No, I was going with Ashley Cole anyway. It's my gut.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
we got it on camera. You said you
I
got
am
the
ball
Cesc.
knowledge.
But that, it's the Arsenal Chelsea.
It is.
Arsenal,
connection.
Chelsea. Yeah. We're all on the right page
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You were.
I bet Cesc and Czech have won a lot.
How
Yeah.
many has Petr Cech got? Six, probably about
I
five.
haven't
or six,
got it
right?
written it down, but I would have a guess.
Do the
and
next
say
question.
5 or
I'll find
6.
out for you.
Okay. Well,
The only problem is Cech went the other way, didn't he? Cech went from Chelsea to
go on.
Arsenal.
Do the next question, I'll
whereas
tell you.
Ashley went from.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I would
that's
say
true.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
least.
that is true. Though.
Petr Cech.
Individual honours, or like club honours.
Yeah. Hang on. Czech has won the FA Cup 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Yeah.
Fair.
Pretty good.
4 times.
Pretty good. Right, which is quite fitting.
No, he's not. He's won it 5 times.
Five times?
4 times with Chelsea, 1 with Arsenal.
Yeah,
Go.
5. Yeah.
That's a lot, isn't it?
That is a lot of FA Cups.
It was quite fitting, right? Because we were talking about injuries. We've got a new little game. I'm going to list 10 injuries.
Oh, I love this game.
Sorry, really quick. Sorry to interrupt, Jamie.
mate.
Fabregas, World Cup, Euros twice,
Oh, it's mad, isn't it?
You've got so many. Yeah,
FA Cup with Arsenal. He's won it 3 times. Twice with Chelsea, La Liga, Super Cup, FIFA World Cup, Champions League runner-up, Champions League winner. This geezer. And I hate to bring it, but I went on Sky Sports the other day, mate, to do an all-time Arsenal 11. And I let the guy take Fabregas out and put like Bale or Modric in. I should have kept Fabregas. Oh no, I let him put Kane in, and I took Fabregas out. Fuming,
It's a terrible decision.
bastard. Sorry. Go ahead.
Right, so I'm going to list 10 injuries, and you must guess whether or not they're true or false. If you get 5 of them right, you get the point. So they're outrageous injuries, and you've got to think whether or not
I think
they've
I've-
actually
Oh, I told you
happened.
to do this as a whole segment.
I think I've
This
played,
can be a segment.
I've kind of played this game, so
That's all right.
I'll stay mute for this
Okay,
because I've done
cool.
it with my dad.
So I'll read them out one at a time. You let me know if it's true or false. If you get 5 of them right, you get a point. So number 1, a shoulder injury after being hit by a cow.
Hey,
Sorry, it's shoulder hin.
A shoulder injury sustained after being hit by a cow.
Shall we just do
Is
it
that-
one by one, true or false?
Yeah.
Because then it'd be easier to make note.
Yeah.
A shoulder injury hit by a cow. They
that-
are
Has
brutal.
that happened or has that not?
They are brutal characters.
I'd say true on that. I mean,
Yeah, I'm-
they're big, aren't they? Like,
I'm going true.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
The Scottish keeper was charged at by a cow on his dad's farm.
That is scary.
Ruled
you
him
know.
out.
yeah, and it's all the right size, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, bang.
Right, keep hold of your own scores.
Yeah. So number 2, an infected pimple from a shaved leg.
Oh, that does a shave.
true
But
injury?
would they shave their
You
legs?
got to realise that Jamie got the mindset to create these if they're not true.
A shaved pimple. So 5 are true, 5 are false.
No, not necessarily. If you get 5 of the answers
Okay.
right.
That makes sense, but
Yeah.
are footballers
Imagine
shaving
the
their
10 truths.
Are footballers shaving their legs?
I think some do.
Do you reckon they are?
Yeah,
That seems
I
like a
mean,
very logical one to have.
I think especially down the bottom
Shin,
leg,
yeah.
down the shin with the shin pads and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. I'll go true.
Yeah, I'm gonna go true. No.
It's true.
Yeah,
Marcus
yeah.
Asensio ruled himself out of the game because he
You're
couldn't,
kidding.
Oh, I know. I heard about this actually.
Yeah.
Essentially, I have heard about that. Yeah.
Wow.
couldn't pull his sock up.
Well,
Seriously?
too painful, was it, Marcos?
That's so weird. It's because it's on your leg. Like toes and feet, I'd understand.
Just pop
'cause that's
it.
sore, but right,
Just pop it, put plaster on it. Anyways.
is what it is.
Number 3, a pulled calf muscle from trampolining in their garden.
Again, that's so obvious to do.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Was it a trick one? Was it a trick question? But you'd have thought
There could be 10 truths.
It could be.
It could be. Yeah. You'd think that could happen, couldn't it?
I'm going to go with false for this one.
I'm gonna go true.
It's false.
Oh, whoa!
Good call.
It's a trick one, wasn't it? It's a trick one.
I just thought logically, like trampolining, like.
Oh, it could happen though.
Yeah, it could
happen.
happen. Yeah, it could happen.
Can you trampoline? Is it fully healed now?
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, no, I'm fine. That was a couple of years ago. So
Achilles.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, see, oh god, it's a trick one in there.
Two
isn't it?
away from getting a point.
Yeah.
Having your stomach pumped after eating too much dinner. Has a player had their stomach pumped after eating too much dinner?
That doesn't seem like a thing to do.
Thing is though, before some of these teams and all that are so anal, aren't they? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You've eaten too much, let's get you in there pumping
But a
out.
stomach pump, you couldn't play. Oh, that's the whole point.
That's the point.
Yeah.
You only get you only get your stomach pumped if it's a serious you've been alcohol poisoning or like there's something going on. Like not if you fill up.
How much food do you eat before a game as well? It's a bit weird, isn't it?
No, because why don't you just let it digest and not play?
Exactly.
Could have been dodgy food. You know?
Oh,
Food poisoning. Is there more to
but
the
it's
story?
oh yeah. Do you know?
Fuck that. I'm going false.
I think yeah.
I'm gonna go true.
It is true. It was Shinji Kagawa.
Come on.
Shinji Kagawa.
Kagawa. Man United was hungry
Yes.
for more than just silverware as he missed a game for eating too much food at dinner the night before.
You're
Yes.
kidding.
What was he eating?
Wait, so his stomach's been pumped
He
overnight.
he seemed to believe that he'd eaten too much and he actually had to go to the hospital and get his stomach pumped.
Mental.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some of these teams and
batshit
players
crazy,
are
that is.
right anal what they eat.
That is batshit crazy.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have done that if Ronaldo was there. I tell you that. He'd have gone stop eating.
No more chocolate pudding for you. I'm free.
Severe heart palpitations brought on by watching a horror film.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one. I like that because that could be a bit of
Nah. You just get scared. You don't get heart palpitations. You just get increased heart rate.
Yeah.
False.
Yeah, I'm going false enough.
It is false.
Yeah.
It is false.
Yeah.
1-4.
4.
Are
Both
you?
on 4. Both on 4.
Both
4
on
out
four?
of 5. Yeah.
So, career-ending injury sustained by a 2 kg jar of salad cream.
2 kg can't cover
Gee, that's not a lot, but if that landed on your toe,
head or toe.
or you land on your toe and it break your toe, and I know it sounds
Infected.
weird, but took your toe off.
What
had to
melt
cut
is
your toe
dropping a
off.
2 kg bar? Salad.
Salad cream.
Cut you up. It could break.
Could. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I'm going true.
I think it is true, and it's like a Scottish keeper, right?
It's not a Scottish keeper. It is true.
Yeah.
5. We've got the 5.
We're
Oh,
there.
it could be. It could be. I don't actually recognise the name. But it's Dave Beeson. He used to play for Chelsea.
Oh, Dave Besson.
Yeah, Dave Besson,
He's
yeah.
at Wimbledon as well.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember doing this
How?
exact
Yeah.
quiz
But
with my
what-
dad.
but
and
why
I
did he-
remember being
So-
salad cream?
Yeah.
Each one of them.
He dropped the jar on his
Yeah.
foot in pre-season 1993,
Yeah.
so when Glenn Hoddle was at Chelsea, and he severed tendons in his big toe. Never played for
Yeah.
Chelsea ever again.
Yeah.
That's
That's
mad.
peak,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is.
Career ended by a jar of salad cream.
Mental.
Peak. We've got the 5, but carry on.
Yeah.
Got the 5,
you got
if
that.
you want to finish them. Eye injury sustained from the pull ring of a can of Coke.
Pouring.
The pull ring.
Oh, sorry. As in,
What is
like
that?
you've pulled it and it's flicked off.
Yeah, so imagine you've just pulled it and the rings come off and
That
hit
could happen.
you in the eye.
Well, it happened to that Love
oh,
Island
yeah,
geezer,
like
didn't it? That Love Island geezer got blinded,
Hear the
didn't he?
ocean.
By the Champagne.
Oh, he blinded, yeah, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
This is a slicer.
yeah.
True.
I'm going false.
I think.
It's true. Yeah,
Oh.
it was Jerry Littmanen.
No way.
Yari.
It happened at Malmo, and it was
Wow.
one
Littmanen.
of the head coaches opened a can of Coke, and the pool ring went and hit him in the eye.
I bet that
How
well.
strong is that
Mad,
coach?
isn't it?
Why does that slice your eye open? How many got left?
We've got 3 left.
Okay, keep going.
Ruled out after being bitten badly by their cat.
Depends where, though, doesn't it?
Getting their own back on
What?
There's no,
Yeah.
there was no cream involved, was there?
No cream, no.
Yeah. You'd be a cat.
Could happen. I mean, if it gets.
But by
gets
that, would they buy a
infected.
pet cat or?
Just a
it. Wasn't
cat.
a lion, was it?
Yeah, it could have been a
Could be a
tiger.
stray cat, yeah.
Yeah, it could have been a tiger or something, couldn't it? Oh.
That would be so funny if he's just left out that bit of information.
Yeah, I'll say true.
Yeah.
I'll say true.
Yeah,
And
I'm
he-
going true.
Yeah.
It is false.
Oh, you bastard.
Oh.
Next one is broken tibia after falling off the roof when putting up Christmas lights.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, true.
False.
Oh, you bastard.
You've done a trick one again, isn't it?
And then the last one is dislocated shoulder from picking up an ironing board.
Is this?
It's not James Milner, by the way.
I reckon you got to send it, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, fuck it.
It is.
Who was it?
Liverpool's goalkeeper Michael Stensgaard.
Really?
He was already nursing a shoulder injury, but made it worse when he went to go and do the ironing.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Do you know what?
My iron sucks.
You got slated by my girlfriend off the back of the last stream. She said Theo's shirt is so creased.
I'm not joking.
it is
I
abysmal.
spend.
Checking mine. mate.
I spend
so
a good.
bad.
I spend a
creased.
good 15-minute ironing that shirt. It must be my iron.
Ah,
I can't do it.
yeah.
I cannot do it.
You're next to
I-
West Ham. You'd think it'd be better, right?
I iron it, and it's not ironed.
Have you
Maybe
turned it on?
turn it on, yeah.
It's on. I steam. I chuck the steam on it. I'm pressing it.
There is a button there. It goes minimum and max.
I
Yeah,
put it on
yeah.
max every
Oh,
time. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just inept.
Fair enough.
You're
Well,
not. You're not.
I am.
It just
If,
happens.
if you like that section, we can bring it back
Yeah.
in future
Yeah, that
episodes.
was
Bring it back.
sick.
It's
That
a
was
trial
sick.
run.
I told you
Well,
to
you
do
know
that.
the ones that were false. Were they your creations?
I just made them up. Yeah.
Very
Genius.
impressive.
Very genius.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A few little trick ones.
Yeah.
A couple of trick ones.
Got to try and catch her out.
Yeah.
We've got to let him have his credit
So
when he
we're both
deserves
on. No, I'm on 4 out of 4. You're on 3 out of 4 overall.
We haven't done 4 yet.
Oh, I'm on 3 out of 3. You're on 2 out of 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the fourth one is still a true and false.
Yeah.
But true or false, more than 90% of all of the major trophies ever won by Chelsea have been won since Roman Abramovich bought the club
Yeah, it's
in
true.
2003.
It's true.
I think that is true.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
False.
Ah!
No, it's true.
False. No, it's about 60. It's not 90.
Oh, have a day off, Jamie.
Change the percentage.
Yeah, because like years and years ago, they won a lot of trophies.
It did, yeah.
Years
Obviously
ago.
got first
You got to
division
think it's
titles
like
and stuff.
from the 1890s or something. Do you know
Oh,
what I
that's
mean?
yeah.
They do.
Early days.
Damn it.
Can
That's
I,
still-
can I get a point for that?
Did you say false?
Well, I would have said false
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of,
Yeah,
because
that's
of like the,
fair,
the
yeah.
past, but
We'll give it 3 out of 4 each.
That's still a high percentage.
It is a
though.
massive percentage, yeah.
60%.
About 60%, yeah. I
Bear in
worked
mind,
it
if you
out.
compare
Yeah.
Abramovich's ownership percentage of across Chelsea's
I think-
life.
yeah.
Yeah, I think since 2003, Chelsea have won about 19 trophies.
That's quite that, yeah.
And I think they've only
That's
won
one a
about-
year.
It's the stat of
Yeah.
they did the Chelsea spent like 100 mil when Abramovich came in. Due to it with inflation, that's now £500 million in
Yeah,
one transfer. It's the most
relatively.
expensive transfer of all time.
Oh, speaking
FFP.
of, speaking of this morning.
I'll save it after the quiz.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got one more.
Yeah,
So, who am I?
oh, I love it.
I spent my youth career in Brazil and started my professional career in Portugal.
Got it.
These were 2 of 4 countries I've played for in a total of 9 different teams, with my longest stint being at Chelsea. I have never won the Champions League, coming second in the 13-14 season, but I have won the Europa League and the UEFA Super Cup 3 times, alongside numerous league titles and domestic cups throughout my career. I have never won anything when playing for my country, however, neither would I have done if I'd played for the nation I had infamously swapped with.
I know who this is.
I'm going to go.
Diego Costa? Is that what you're going to say?
No, I was going to go Deco.
Oh. I was going to go Diego Costa.
So did Deco move from Brazil to Portugal?
Well, I thought Deco was Brazilian. I'm sure he was.
Could be. I
his
mean, they speak
nationality.
Portuguese,
I don't know.
right?
I mean, yeah.
Because Costa went from Brazilian to Spanish,
Spain,
right?
yeah.
Okay, let's have a think about this.
Did Oscar change? Because he was my original thought, but I don't.
Yeah.
13, 14 systems. So that would have been against what in the final?
Yeah, Deco was before that. He was before the, wasn't he? Was he before?
I think it's Diego Costa.
I don't know. That's 10 years ago. Don't know.
Yeah, a Spanish player playing in Portugal is not out of the ordinary, is it? Next
Well, he
door.
was Brazilian originally, so you've got to remember that's even more of a link.
Yeah.
Okay, you two go with who you want, and I'll
Yeah.
feed one in.
No.
I'm looking Diego Costa and hope it's right. I don't know if it's right.
I'll back a Diego Costa.
You said you were going to do something different.
No, I wasn't. I was gonna.
Oh,
My legs.
I think it also could be Oscar, but I'm not sure.
Oscar haven't changed nationality.
But that's why I don't think it's Oscar.
Did William change nationality?
When was Deco there? Was he like there before that though?
Yeah,
Was he a
Deco
long
was
time
like
before? Was he a long time
earlier.
And also, his longest
So 8
stint.
years, yeah,
his
I
longest
suppose.
stint was at Chelsea, and Deco was at
I was longest stint at Chelsea.
Porto.
Oh, okay.
Porto is Portugal. Barcelona. Was that Barcelona, Deco? Yeah, he was. Of course he was.
Willan?
I'm going to go Diego Costa. I'll watch you be right with Deco now.
So you go Deco.
I'm going. Yeah, I think I'm not. I think I'm not wrong, but yeah.
It is Diego Costa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know Deco was a long time before, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
yeah.
Swapped.
Did you think we'd get that one so quickly?
I didn't think you'd get it so quickly. I think I would have thought you'd got there eventually. Yeah. but-
Okay. It's a good question.
So you got 3 out of 5.
Yeah, that's
decent
good.
Pretty good score. That's
We
better
should
than me.
asterisk one of them because that was a 10-question answer.
Yeah, that was, yeah. When I mentioned it in the chat a couple weeks ago, I thought we were going to do a whole segment on the injury thing.
Well, now we can. Yeah. It's a good trial run if people
Yeah,
like
we'll
it.
just do. Yeah, what you did was perfect. Yeah, one of them is the injuries, and then the rest.
Predictions?
Yeah, you do predictions, right?
Yep, I used to do them with Cal like
Yeah,
every
yeah.
week. Yep. Yeah, I did. Not anymore.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Well,
Just before,
Yep.
because you obviously told me to wait.
Oh,
This
yeah.
morning, Erling Haaland,
Yeah.
deal done.
Yeah.
Manchester City.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
500k a week or something?
Yeah, ridiculous, isn't it?
It's mad.
They're going to be a joke.
Are you scared?
Oh god, yeah. I mean, you say, it's weird. You say like Man City are missing a player. How can you say that with what
Yeah,
they've done?
yeah.
But they are missing
Yeah,
a player.
yeah, it's true.
And I think he is the player that they're missing. I really do.
They're going to be unstoppable.
I mean,
If he hits the ground running,
He will, of
it's-
course he will.
Yeah.
Mate, he's a brute.
Yeah, and that Man
But so
City.
is
as well.
Lukaku.
Erling Haaland's different, mate. He's better. So much better.
I reserve judgment until he.
Nah.
comes over.
Do you think though? Like one thing I will say, you say about Haaland, like he is, he's physical, and
Fast.
yeah, and everything. But I don't think with Man City, they don't really play that way.
No, they don't.
It doesn't. It
That's
doesn't
why
matter
I-
if you're like 5 foot
Yeah.
tall or you're 7 foot
He's
tall.
a finisher as well. He's a goal
That's the
scorer.
thing. Yeah, he's got a bit of everything. If he was just a target man and that side, then you think yeah maybe he wouldn't fit in. But like you say, he's
When
like,
he went to
he's got
Dortmund,
everything.
he scored like 14 in his first 12.
He's got everything in there. So they get the ball in the box, don't they? As in like
Yeah.
around the box, and he's there to finish.
He's
He's
a
got the
focal point,
service.
Yeah.
He's
The
got-
focal
like-
point, like KDB linking up with
Yeah.
Haaland, it's a joke.
Yeah.
And Jesus will go to Arsenal, hopefully. We need
Fingers
that
crossed.
number. Well, if he can get in over Nketiah at the moment, who can't? But we are going to be predicting game week 37.
Yeah, penultimate.
It's like a very big game week this is because, you know, if Arsenal beat Spurs, if Arsenal draw to Spurs, the top 4 is guaranteed. So it's just a case of who gets third, you know, who's the relegation battles. Burnley have got Spurs. Burnley can still stay up. Leeds are against informed Brighton. But yeah,
they're doing well.
exactly. So there's no Saturday games because why?
It's the Saturday, not
The 14th.
Saturday's not the FA Cup, is it?
Oh, is it FA Cup?
I think so.
Yeah, makes sense. FA Cup on the 14th. So, early kick from the Sunday, Spurs versus Burnley. Spurs are at home.
Spurs Burnley. Yeah, I think that'd be a comfortable one for Spurs. I think 2-0 Spurs.
When you do predictions, do you do score lines as well? When you do them with
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
Okay.
Score lines as
All
well.
right,
yeah.
we'll do score lines for this.
Well, I'd
one.
do anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I think it'd be sort of a comfortable win. They don't have to do, personally. Even though Burnley gonna.
They got a good battle on their hands.
Yeah,
They could
yeah,
stay up for it.
yeah,
I think you're right. I think Son, he's in such good form. I think 3-0 Spurs.
That's fair. I'm gonna go 2-1. I think Burnley may nick a good. They need
Cornet.
it. Don't they? I don't think they'll win, but I think they'll give them a good go. They
Yeah,
have to, right? They
yeah,
have to
yeah.
fight.
All three back in Spurs. Villa at home to Palace. Gerrard versus Vieira.
Palace aren't that great away though. Selhurst Park is a fortress, but everywhere else they're just a bit meh. So I'm gonna go 3-1 Villa. 3-1.
3-1 Villa.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-2.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's probably going to come true. 'cause it
Vieira,
always
Gerrard.
does.
Yeah.
I'm going 2-1 Villa.
2-1 Villa.
Yeah, I think Villa would be a bit too much for them at home. Like I say, Palace not. Even though I think Vieira's done a great job there, to be honest.
Yeah.
Bringing in a new squad and that.
I agree.
Zaha will score a pen.
Probably. Yeah.
Leeds against Brighton. It's every game for Leeds must win.
Oh,
I think they're going down.
Yeah. Well, I
Real possibility of going down.
I
here.
said this.
Yeah, you did.
5 months ago.
It's just a genius.
That's what we do on here, man.
We just predict everything. Brighton, they're 4-0 against United. That's insane.
They were actually really good as well.
Yeah, Cucurella.
At Ellen Roads, maybe Leeds get a goal. 2-1 Brighton. I still think they lose there.
Away.
Yeah.
I'm going 1-1.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go 1-0 because I think Leeds, they need it, and I think their supporters are going to get.
Oh
behind-
yeah,
get
big
behind
like
it.
Ellen Road is
Yeah.
that place bounces as
Yeah,
soon as they get a
definitely.
goal.
But
Yeah.
I think like Brighton are tactically good and they don't concede much.
Yeah.
And they're like buzzing at the moment, aren't they? So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Leeds, they'll have the fans, but Brighton will be too good. So I'll back a 1-1 draw. I'll go the same as you.
Fair.
Relegated Watford against Leicester.
oh, it's a toughie that because Leicester not having
Leicester,
time in their life,
Leicester.
are
I don't know if you watched the Everton game, but they look like they've checked out.
yeah.
mentally.
They're out of all competition. They're
Yeah,
safe.
that's
They've got
what I
nothing
mean,
else to
no.
play for. Watford want a bit of pride
And at home.
and at home. Say goodbye to the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 2-2.
Ooh,
So it's quite high scoring that fixture.
2-2.
I'm gonna. Do you know I'm gonna go for 0-0.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a boring, don't give a shit attitude.
Maybe that's what.
and-
Yeah, maybe
I'm
that's
gonna go
what
for a 0-0. Yeah.
Go 2-1 Leicester away win. Daka and Maddison.
You need that. They.
I need
Even
that.
Even the goal scorers. Yeah.
I need Maddison from FPL. West Ham at home to City. If City are going to drop points, this is the game.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter though, does it?
Yeah, do you
They
think
can-
West
they can-
Ham? West Ham are not gonna. They're not fighting for anything now, are they? Really?
They can't.
But they can still. City can still drop 3 and be all right because their goal difference is.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
But
that's
they don't
that's
want
why
to.
they slapped Newcastle 5-0 because now they're 4 goals clear as well. But I still think City win this one too, like 2-1 maybe.
I'll go 3-1 City.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna,
wouldn't believe that. That's what I'm going for. That's what I was going for. 3-1 City.
3-1 City.
Yeah. Yeah, I think City would be too strong, but I think West Ham, they're decent at home.
Going to score.
Yeah.
I think Bowen's going to score for West Ham and Jesus will bag a goal for City. Wolves are at home to Norwich.
0-0.
2-0 Wolves.
God, you wouldn't believe that's exactly what I was going to say. Do I need to change it, or can I
No,
just...
no,
just
you can do it, you can do it,
2-0
yeah.
Wolves, that's exactly what I was going to say.
People know ball, that's why.
Yeah.
Everton are at home to Brentford.
2-1 Everton, I reckon.
God, you go first this time.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, over me, I mean.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm going to go 1-0 Everton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the crowd behind them, just when 1-0, I think they'll go 1-0 up and then defend for their life in the last 15 minutes.
Well, you still against you.
Yeah.
Like the Goodison Park faithful spurring on
gosh.
Jordan Pickford for like a performance
What?
of the season.
I mean, I got so many...
Back to back as
Mate,
well.
I've had so many tweets
Yeah.
yesterday and the day before, quote tweeted my tweet from like 2 weeks ago saying how you don't think Ramsdale's England's number one is a joke. I tweeted that.
Pickford over the past like 2 or 3 games has been ridiculous.
He is very good,
Yeah.
but so is Ramsdale. They're
Yeah.
good battle. They're a good battle.
Yeah.
And all these Everton fans been quote tweeting my tweet. I was like, fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw. Yeah, 1-1 draw. What did you go for again?
1-0 Everton.
1-0 Everton.
Yeah.
Newcastle are at home to Arsenal.
St James's Park is hard, man. That
No,
place
it's
is.
not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Newcastle are very good at home.
Arsenal are so good. It's going to be 2-0 Arsenal.
I don't know.
I'm not. I can't. Every time I get like a score in my head, that's
it,
what I do.
2-0.
Yeah, I was going to go 2-0 Arsenal. I've got to go. I've got to go 2-0 Arsenal. That's what I would have said. 100%.
2-0 Arsenal, 2-0 Arsenal, and
2-1 Arsenal.
who scores for Newcastle?
Callum Wilson.
There you go. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. Southampton at home to Liverpool. The Mané derby.
yeah. There's a few. Van Dijk.
I've got a score in my head now.
Okay, we'll say it at the same time.
Yeah.
4-0. I was going to go 3-1.
Oh, right.
6-0 Liverpool.
Actually, no, not 3-1. Sorry. 4-0 Liverpool.
So it is the same.
No, 4-1 Liverpool. Ward-Prowse will score a free kick.
Okay.
Yeah.
4-1 Liverpool. Everton second game of their game week against Palace.
Yep. They've got a double, haven't they? Again, it's Palace away from home and Everton at Goodison, so I think Everton win this one. Maybe 1-0.
Yeah, I'll go 1-0 Everton.
I'm going to go 1-1 because obviously I'm backing them getting the 3 points
Yeah.
against Brentford.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
And I think
Taking 6 off those 2 games would be ridiculous.
Yeah, and then just one more point would see him. 4 points, I think, would see him right.
Yeah. It's the Claret and Blue derby. Aston Villa versus Burnley.
It is, yeah. They've just played as well. They've played the other day, didn't
What's
they?
the score?
3-1 Aston Villa, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Aston Villa.
I think this is 3-0 Villa. I think they're better at home than they are away. But we'll see. I don't know.
I'm going 2-0 Villa as well because I think Burnley. I think that they give their all and all that, but I think I've got a feeling Burnley is going to go down.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite. It's like a.
Yeah,
everyone's
yo-yo,
jumping
yeah.
over each other. You can never know.
Yeah.
That's the relegation battle is actually very
I think
interesting.
that's
for
two.
the
They've
rest
got
of the
2
season.
away games, Burnley.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah, exactly. It's not tough.
If they lose both of them, then last game with all the pressure.
Level on points currently with Leeds. Obviously, before we were filming this before the Wednesday matches this week.
Yeah, the second half. Of the game.
Everton 1 point ahead of Burnley Leeds with a game in hand. If Everton win the next 2 games, they actually overtake Southampton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's Everton, Burnley, Leeds. I'd say it's between. If Everton win the next game, it'll be between Burnley and Leeds. It's a battle.
Oh, it's Watford, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
then it's
that should be a.
final game is Chelsea versus Leicester.
Yeah. Go on.
Chelsea, Leicester.
Back you boys.
Yeah, I've got to.
This is after the FA Cup final, though, isn't
Is it
it?
after?
So it could be.
But you're still fighting for third. They're still fighting.
Yeah.
No,
so-
but what I mean is if they win the FA Cup final, it could either be really good momentum or they've partied and,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, true.
dropped points.
I'm going 3-1 Chelsea.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, I think they got too much for Leicester, so maybe like 2-0. 2-0
I was going to go 2-0 Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there it is. Predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Expect to see that on TikTok when we all get them all right. 10 out of 10. Jamie, how did we do in the last predictions?
I've got to go back and go through them all, but I know you haven't had
Yeah,
a 2.
it's
You haven't
been
had
a
10 out of
while.
10.
It has been a while
Yeah.
since, because there's been a while, because you used to tell us every week, Jamie. how
But
many we
I
got right.
I also remember some predictions that we say, and then I watch the game and it happens. And I'm like, damn, we got it right, but never get told.
There's too many TikToks out there that will be ready to fall.
We've lost content.
yeah.
We've
Yeah.
lost so much.
Yeah, but it's okay. The quiz this week was fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've upped your quiz game big time. But that is the end, mate. Thank you so much for coming on.
That was a pleasure.
It's been an absolute pleasure. No, it's been really, really good.
Good luck with the fight, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Seriously.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm going to be training hard. So
16th of July.
16th of July, about 8 weeks. So it's 8 weeks Saturday.
Do you have a camp that runs up until a certain time?
Well, no, I mean, I'm just doing it individually with all local people at the moment.
Okay.
I'm actually looking for a camp. I need to get a camp, so
Yeah.
I'm with them for like 4 weeks before the fight. I've been asking a few people, so if there's anybody out there that wants to take me on for 4 weeks before the fight, KSI camp, that'd be decent.
Yeah, that'd be all right, wouldn't it?
I love that.
Leave all your links in the description down below.
Yeah,
Thank you very
brilliant.
much. Make sure you rate us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify. Subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Or on a live stream, because we do so many at the moment.
That is very true. Make sure notifications are on.